Well, good morning, y'all, and welcome back to Apron Strings. I'm out here in the sunroom because I don't have any heat on out here, and I wanted to keep my vegetables cool. This is like a cold room. It's about 57 this morning here in Texas, and to me that's very cold. So I brought my stuff that I got from Azure out here where it would keep, because I'm going to start canning today. I know that I keep saying, I keep setting a certain day that y'all are going to see me canning my beets and stuff, but I've had family in and my plans changed, but I will get around to it. In fact, I'm starting today. But I did want to bring y'all out here and show you what I got from Azure. It's Azure Standard, Azure Standard. And I'm going to leave a link down below. And if you decide that you want to order from them, what they do, it's like kind of like a co-op. Someone coordinates the drop, and an 18-wheeler comes, and everybody that's ordered that's for that particular region or that drop, the stuff is unloaded and you get it and take it home with you. My drop is about 15 miles down at Porter, Kingwood area, and when you sign up, doesn't cost anything to sign up. They let you know, you can look and see when your next drop's going to be, and you can add to your order until the cutoff date, and then they bring it to you, and it's wonderful organic vegetables and all kinds of stuff. Now what I got this time was rutabagas, and I didn't get but about, I think I got 5 pounds of rutabagas maybe, but I got a 25-pound bag of beets that I'm fixing to can, and I got a 25-pound bag of organic carrots that I'm going to can. I've already canned carrots, but I wanted to have some more carrots because I like them, and I like to put them in soup, and they're just good for a lot of things. But one neat thing that I got that my friend pointed out to me is some fire lighters. And these little things are just wonderful. It's just a little bitty block. But you can put a little bit of newspaper in your wood stove or in your fireplace and put one of them under it, and it catches and gets your fire going. But the great thing about these is you can use them in your Primo or your Big Green Egg. It doesn't have any residue that would hurt your food. So I ordered 3 bags of these, and I'm going to order some more for the next drop just to put up and have. But I'm going to get the camera down over here and show y'all my vegetables. The bags. Let me get some of my beets. And when you buy beets in the store and you pay so much a pound, you get the stems and the leaves and all of that with them. Well, when you order from them, you're getting just, your pound weight is just the beet itself. So you're getting a really good deal. I've never canned beets before, but I've sure eaten my share of them, and I like them. So I will be canning beets. The carrots are nice size. They're not, well, come back here. This beet's trying to beat it off the table. Okay, I'm going to take the camera down and show y'all the bags. And then right here, you'll see it probably, is my All-American canner that I've been wanting so bad. It's the 910, and I'll talk about that in a minute. This is my sunroom. When I step into it from the little mudroom area and come out here, the piano's on that wall right down there. Then that door goes out into my backyard. And I've got my little lights, and my little Christmas trees are still up. I hadn't got them down yet. And there's my big old Santa back here greeting the community. And there's my little coffee bar. But right here is my stuff that I ordered from Azure or Azure. I don't know how they pronounce it. Pooey. Here's my rutabagas and my big old bag of beets. And I should have gotten my price list out, but I don't have it. But you can go on their website and look up all the prices. Here's my carrots. And then there's my little All-American. I wanted the little 910 model because sometimes I have just a little dab of stuff that I want to can. And then you have to make up a full 7 quarts. Well, this one will hold 4 quarts, but it'll also hold your, I think it's 7 pints. So it's going to be perfect for me to do small batches. But that's I'm very excited. I haven't opened the box yet. I'm going to do that here in a minute. And look at it and pet it. But today I'm sure I will be using my Presto that I'm very familiar with because I've got a lot of canning to do, and I'm going to do these in pints, so I want to be able to stack them and get them more done at one time. But the first time I do use my little All-American, I'll definitely film it for y'all. Okay, we're going to head back into the kitchen, and I'm going to get started on beets. Now, I've looked in my ball book to see how to do them, and I have to scrub them real good. And then I blanch them for, I think it's 5 minutes maybe. I'll have to look at the time again. But the peel will come off of them just like it comes off of tomatoes when you peel your tomatoes. And then I'll cut them in slices and can them. So I'll tell you the exact process when I get back in there. I'm excited to do them. I absolutely love roasted beets. I love sweet and sour beets. I like beets, and they're very good for you. They'll cleanse your liver. They have a lot of good aspects as far as your health goes, but they just taste good if you like them. Okay, I've got my beets in the sink, and I'm just going to take each one of them and scrub it really good. Here's my trusty brush here. And you can tell when you scrub it because the color changes. You get all the dirt and stuff off. Can you see the difference in the color? That one's got all the junk still on it, and that one's beet colored. So I'm going to get them all scrubbed, and then I'll bring y'all back when I start putting them over there in the water to blanch them and get the skin off of them. And then each step of the way, I'll bring y'all back. Okay, I've got my beets all washed and in my big stock pot, and I'm going to fill this. I'm going to cover them with water and let them cook. Not cook, blanch, whatever you want to call it. It'll take about 20 minutes, and then the peeling will come off very easily, and I can slice them and get them ready to put into the jars. So I'm going to get this process done, and then I'll bring y'all back for the next step. The beets are starting to simmer, and when they come to a good boil, then I'll time them for 20 minutes and check them and see if the skin will come off easily, and I'll know that they're ready for me to cut the root end and the other end off and peel them and get them sliced. Y'all, I've already done most of them. They're in a pot right here. But after you get them out of the boiling water and pour them into your sink and let them cool a little bit, you cut both ends off. And then these are very cool. When I was starting, they were very, very hot. And your peeling will just scrape right off. And then I'm putting them all over into my big old boiler that I had them in cooking. And I'm going to slice them and get them in jars here in just a minute. But I thought I'd let y'all watch me while I do the last few. I had a mess in this sink, let me tell you. I've cleaned up a little bit. And then I have found that I want to get this little core stuff off that didn't come off when I cut the root end off. Okay. Put it into the pot. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 more to do. And then I'll be ready to start canning. I'm going to bring some water to a boil, and I'm probably going to put a little bit of salt in these, maybe a half a teaspoon to the pint, and just because. And then I pressure them for 30 minutes for pints at 10 pounds, which I'm going to do 11 pounds. I told y'all I always do 11 pounds just to be safe. And this is New Year's Day. So I have cooked my cabbage and my black-eyed peas, and I got some ham in my peas. And I was going to cook a ham, but I thought, well, I've got ham in the peas from the other day, my ham bone left over from my canning session. So I'm going to cook some chicken thighs that need to be cooked on my matone, or else I'll smother them down. I'm not sure which I'm going to do. And I'll have lunch ready, or supper, middle of the evening. I've been working on this a long time. went out to let the chickens out this morning, and over there, opposite of where one dug in the other day, there was a coon. And I guess he didn't bother the chickens. I don't know if he dug in. I don't know how he got in. Troy at first thought maybe he got in yesterday when the gate was still open while I was letting him free range before I closed him back up. But I looked around. I mean, I will look a lot closer from now on. But he had his head kind of down in the dirt like he was trying to dig back under the fence. And I thought he was breathing. I don't know if he was or not. I came in and got Troy, and he came out there and shot him. And he's going to have to pour some fresh concrete around the edges where they can't dig in. But there was no obvious dig-in right there. I don't know how the thing got in there. But anyhow, thank the Lord for protecting my hens last night. He apparently didn't even try to get one. There was no feathers or nothing around, but just a goofy coon in there. But y'all can think what you want to think. I've asked the good Lord, ever since that one got in the other day and ate that one, to please protect my hens. I'm doing all I know to do. Please keep them safe. So maybe the Lord just wore the little fella out and he didn't even try to eat one. I don't know. But I sure thank the good Lord today for protecting them. You know, the Bible says in all things give thanks. So there's nothing wrong with thanking him for something that he might not have intentionally done for you. But he sure likes to be told thank you. And I'm going to try in this new year to thank him as much as I can. Because I'm going to tell you, I got a feeling we're going to need his help. And you don't earn his help. That's not how it goes, but I'm a parent, and I like appreciation. My kids appreciate something I do for them. Makes me want to do that much more. And I think since he's our Heavenly Father, he likes a little appreciation along the way too. So if things hadn't been going real good for you, maybe you need to talk to the one that's our provider. Thank him for what he has given you. I'm thankful that I saw these Beets on that website and I could order me some. I'm going to leave my link for Azure down below. And I don't make money. I guess you do make money. But if you order using my link, I think if you order $100 or when you reach $100 or something, I'll get a credit where I can order some stuff. There's no money involved. I just can order me some more stuff to cook and eat. So if you think it's something you'd want to do, if there's not a drop in your area, you can call the number on the website, and you might, if they come near where you're at, you might could be the coordinator, and you might could have a drop started. And I think whoever is over having it done, I think you get perks for being the coordinator. I don't know. If I'm not the coordinator, and I don't want to be. But that's just a thought. If you would like to get some of this good stuff sent to your area, and they don't come over there, you might could work something out with them. This big old 18-wheeler pulls up, and your name is on the boxes of the stuff you've ordered, and you just... Everybody helps kind of unload it and stack it in piles according to the names if the people aren't there yet to pick it up. And then you get your stuff and go home and be so happy to be home. Look there, I don't have pink hands. Thank goodness for rubber gloves. I did not want beet-stained hands for a week. Okay, I'm going to finish our lunch. Then we'll come back and cut these beets up in hunks or slices, whichever, and get them in the jars and pressure can them for 30 minutes, and then I'll have some beautiful colored beets on my shelf for us to eat. Okay, I've got all of them peeled and the top and the bottom cut off. Now I'm fixing just start cutting them in slices. And then I've got my jars in the oven warming, and I'm going to cut these in about 1/4 inch slices. And then I'll just pack them in my jars. And I think I better get some more gloves on though, or I'll be pink-handed. And I don't want to be a pink hand. Okay, y'all, I've got a bunch of them done already. But I just wanted y'all to see the whole process. I think I told you I've washed my jars in hot soapy water, and they're in the oven on a little over 200 degrees, just staying warm. I've got water heating in my tea kettle to put over the beets when I get them in the jar. And I have water heating in my pressure canner like you're supposed to, so that it'll have something to steam when it starts cooking, to build up pressure. I don't like very many. I'm cutting them thicker than a 1/4 because I got to thinking I don't want them to turn to mush because they're already pretty well soft. Then they're going to be pressured for 30 minutes. So I'm trying, and this one I'm going to have to cut in half and then cut because I don't think that'll go down in my jars. And I'm using wide mouth jars, but I don't think they're that wide. Oh, that's already been done. I'll be glad to get this finished. This has been an all-day deal because I've cooked our New Year's meal. We had some smothered fried chicken thighs, boneless, skinless thighs, and I made a potato salad. And I'm learning to size down. I'm going to try to do a few recipes for 1 or 2 instead of using a ton of potatoes like I usually do and have a bunch of leftovers. I made potato salad with 2 potatoes today. And I think 3 boiled eggs. Some people don't put eggs in theirs. We do. And it just made, I'll have a little bit left over probably, but it made a good amount. So I'm trying to learn to make less because it's just not as many eating. Okay, I'm fixing to get my jars over here and start putting my beets in. And I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of salt in each jar. Not necessary. It doesn't do anything for the preservation. It just adds a little bit of flavor. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt in there and fill it with boiling water, and I'll get them into the cooker. Now I'll be back in just a minute and get all this going. Okay, I've got my beets. Let me see, y'all can't see, just a minute. I have my canning salt and my debubbler. I have a knife in case I need to trim the beets a little smaller to fit. I have my vinegar and my rag to wipe it with, or my paper towel, my measuring spoon for my salt. Fixing to get my jars out and put them right here, and I'm going to start getting some of them filled, and we'll have us some beets going here pretty soon. Okay, I've got 2, 4, 6 jars out, and I'm going to put my 1/2 teaspoon of salt in the bottom of each one. And they're hot. They've been in the oven for several hours actually. And now I'm just going to see how many beets that I can get in these jars. And I know you're not going to be able to see all of them, but you can see some of them as I didn't cut that one. Okay, these are ready for me to put the hot water on and get my lids in there. This sure makes it easier to fill. Okay, let me get my debubbler. I think it pretty well went down in between them when I poured it in there. Okay, I think this bunch is ready. Yeah, those jars are still very hot. because I really figured I had just one canner, but I think I'm going to have two. That's a lot of beets. And I don't really think my kids like beets, but I do. Troy does. Troy will eat beets. Okay, let me start getting these in. My half a teaspoon of salt in. Get my water in here. Get my little old debubbler out. And get me some rims on, lids on. Okay, now, be sure if you're doing a double stack that you put a rack, just like's in the bottom of your pressure canner. You just sit it on top of the pint that I've just put in there. It's just laying on the top. Let me see if I can take the camera over there and show y'all. There they are, and then I'm just going to lay it on the top and do another stack of pints. Okay, I've got 8 wide mouth pints on the top and 8 on the bottom rack. So I'm fixing to put the lid on, and then it'll need to vent for 10 minutes. Then I'll put the weight on and let it build up to 11 pounds for 30 minutes. I'm sorry my camera wasn't on, but you don't put the weight on and steam comes out right here where the weight is for 10 minutes. And then you put the weight on and you watch your gauge until it builds up to 10 pounds. I do 11. And then I'll start timing it for 30 minutes. Okay, I did the beets on page 387 in this ball canning book. Okay, there's 16 pints of beets, and I've got 8 more in the canner right now, and then I'll be done for the day. And they've all sealed. Okay, y'all, I've got my last 8 pints in. And y'all watch the process and know what's going on. I'll take them after 24 hours and take my rings off and wash my jars with hot soapy water and dry them. Pick them up by the lid, make sure the seal is secure, label them and put them in the pantry. I'll have 24 pints of delicious fresh beets canned. I'm anxious to see how pretty they look on the shelf. I hope y'all have learned something or just enjoyed being entertained by me canning. I'm going to be canning carrots. I did order carrots too. I'm going to put my link below to the Azure website. I don't make any money if you order, but if you order from my link, and I think when your orders total $100, I think's what it is, I'll get a credit. And when I order, I'll get a little bit of free merchandise, but there's no money involved. But still, it's fun to get something free. So if you're interested in it, go to their website from my link and look around and see if there's something you think you want. See if there's a drop in your area. And just check it out. I'm real impressed with them. Troy just used some more of those fire starters a while ago. I think he just used this one to start the fireplace. So I'm ordering some more of them next time. The good Lord bless and keep y'all. Happy New Year. I hope that it's wonderful. But you know what? I'm going to do my best to make every day wonderful at my house. I might be locked down and I might just be pure scared to get out. But on the inside, we can have a peaceful, wonderful place to live. I'll see y'all in a day or two with something else good.